Hello, hello, hello to anybody who's on. Hello, hello. Just grabbing the last couple things because, of course, always everything's last moment, right? All right, let's let you see my face. All right. How is everybody today on this not as nice summer day, hey? Not as nice. So things, I kind of had mentioned when I set up the live that I would be sort of introducing you to new product in preparation for a demo next week, which I am. I am going to do that. However, I was just sort of randomly going through a few things I have on the desk that, you know, has sort of just been there for a while. And I thought, oh, I need to maybe deal with this stuff. And now I've come up with a completely different demo on some other product. So it's going to be a little bit of a mishmash today. So that's okay. Hello, Wanda. How are you doing? Dagny, I am coming to Chetwynd after work today. Do you want me to bring your things for you? And I could meet you somewhere. We will be there just after 5:30. So let me know. I think we had sort of went through, but I can follow up with you after this if you want. Hello, Mal. How are you? It's been a bit, I think, since you've been able to make it to the live. Great day for crafting. Absolutely it is. So maybe give me a call or text me or something, Dagny, after the live, just so that we can, okay, just text you. Okay, I will. I will text you and we'll figure out where you're at and everything, and then I can bring it for you. Rhonda had some things also. I'm not sure if she'll be on the live. But if possible, I could drop it with you maybe, if you don't mind. And then she can clear it with me, clear up next week or whatever, if that works. Hello, Auntie. How are you? I'm glad, Mel, that you're doing good. Very good. So last week I showed the pocket punch board. I got two in, one's already spoken for, but there is this one still remaining. If anybody is interested, it will be in the system soon. It's very cool. I actually just got these in yesterday. What day is it? Friday? Yes, yesterday I think I just got these in. And I sold the one that I had open already to a lady from Prince George. She didn't want to wait till the new ones came in, so I sold her the open one that I'd used in the demo last week. So that one's there. This is new product from Lavinia. 10 sheets of like 8.5 by 11 size, and hopefully you can see them. They are, I would call them like handmade paper. They call them Lakota paper. To me, it looks like they are handmade, kind of like a rice paper, actually. I want to see if I can get up here so you can see the texture. Can you kind of see that? I can open one up if it's too... I know all these packaging, they make it so difficult to show anything, right? Okay, sure. Okay, perfect, thank you. So I'm just going to... Ooh, this is going to be tough to get. I always hate these little sticky things. So I'm just going to pull this out a tiny bit because it's really, it's not heavyweight paper. It's lightweight, and I'm afraid that if I get it out, I won't get it back in. But so you see it's got that rice paper type texture. I can't even give you a price on these. Yes, I actually can. Just you'll have to give me a minute. But anyway... I can give you a price. If anybody wants, just message me or comment and I can get you a price on these. I have 3 packs that came in. This is brand new release from Lavinia 2 weeks ago, possibly 3 weeks ago. So if you're somebody who just likes maybe blank rice paper, you could stamp on it, ink on it, do all those extra things. I have some of that in stock. Yes, the texture is awesome. Now, next from Lavinia, Nope, I'm going to do these. So last week I showed my album. No, I showed these. Never mind. I'm a little bit frazzled still today. Okay, so I showed these, right? These cover pieces. I had two different ones, the landscape and the portrait. So these are the portrait style ones, black and white, and I also had the portrait ones. So now finally the pages came in. Okay, so this one is for the wide book, which is for the landscape, they call it wide, but this is, so let's see if we can see it without too much. 8 single pages. There is a side flap. There is vertical fold over flaps. There's the hinges. And then what's it says on the bottom here? Horizontal fold over. So in this pack, you get the pages. And then I also have the pages, which are very similar for the portrait style albums. So they call portrait tall and they call landscape wide. Not sure, but so I have the pages in now. So if anybody is interested in the pages to go with the covers, I have them in stock now. You don't have to use those pages, but I feel like it's kind of nice for them to just have everything in the package. I'm just wondering if they come. Oh yeah, so you'd put your pages on your spines. If creating a chunky album, combine 2 spine hinges together with overlapping ends. So there is other ones that are called a chunky cover, and I want to say the spine is 3 inches on those rather than the 2 inches. So I'm guessing that there's a possibility you may have an extra spine left over if you just get the regular one. Hello, Lori. How are you doing? Yes, it does look homemade. Absolutely. You are right, Mel. That paper does look homemade. Absolutely. See, years and years ago, and I don't know if any of you ladies that have been scrapbooking for quite a while remember, before rice paper and all the mixed media hoopla, there used to be paper that looked similar to that. Maybe it wasn't quite as densely completed as rice paper, but it used to be called mulberry paper. Now, does anybody else remember that? I actually think I might even have some still. It used to just come in a solid color, so you'd get a red sheet or blue, and it would have those thick veins in it, like fragments of, I don't know, different pulp or something, whatever these little line textures are in here. And yeah, so it used to be called mulberry paper. Now all of a sudden it's called rice paper, and I'm not sure where that whole thing transitioned from. So I don't know if, you know, this is the new terminology, rice paper, or now this, like I said, this is called Lakota paper. So grown and manufactured in Nepal. So maybe just certain countries have their own words for that type of paper. I'm not sure. Hi, Lori. How are you? You have, yes, mulberry paper, right? Yes. Absolutely. I didn't want to think I was like dreaming it up or something. Okay, so then the album pages, there is more other new product, but I don't have anything in the system, so I didn't want to go over it too much. So from Lavinia, I know there is some Lavinia lovers out there. They have, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the product right now, and then this is what I will work on for a demo next week. I just didn't get that far, and then like I said, I sort of got sidetracked, and I'm actually going to do a demo on some other product instead. But next week I will do a demo on this. So I'm wondering if any of you have heard of this from Lavinia. It's brand new. Is it blurry? There we go, maybe that. Dinkles. Has anybody heard about this from Lavinia? So it's similar to, this is what it says on here. High quality pigmented water soluble ink powders. And then of course it says designed exclusively for Lavinia stamps, but I'm pretty sure you could use it on any stamp. Yeah, so I feel like it's sort of maybe like Perfect Pearls, maybe Color Burst. What are those ones everybody always comes in here asking me? Brusho maybe? So it comes in a bunch of different colors. I want to say 12 for sure. I don't know the amount. I have a few here, and then I have more that I didn't bring to show you the colors, but they come in a wide variety. Love the name, never heard of it. Yeah, it's just new. And if you can see on the label, as I turn it, it sort of looks like it gives you that sort of burst effect, that watercolor look effect. So I will work on these and do some research, and I will do a demo on these next week. Okay. So I think I have about 12 colors, if I want to say. I think I did that one already. I'm going the wrong way here. Lime Divine. Lime Divine. Can everybody kind of see that? So it's just like you can shake it. It's loose powder in there. I don't know if I can bring it up close enough so that you can see it in the container. But you can kind of see where there's the space in there. So this is loose powder. That's why I'm saying it may be similar to like Pearl-Ex or something, but maybe react differently. Because of course Pearl-Ex just gives you that shimmer and it stays solid. Where this, I think, is supposed to react more like a watercolor with the flow. So next week, Dinkles demo, okay? Let's deal with that. Next week, Dinkles demo. We'll remember that, okay? But for this week, I have something, again, another brand new product. It's probably been out for, I want to say 2 months. I ordered just 2 of the ink pads out of 12, just so that I can play around, figure it out, see if I like it or not. And of course I was going through cleaning up and I found these 2 ink pads and I thought, okay, let's just have a quick YouTube video, see what these are about. And then I was like, that's it, I gotta do a demo on these because they're fabulous. So I'm gonna switch my screen. If anybody has questions, let me know while I am talking. Because you know I like to kind of get rambled here. Let me know about if you have questions as I'm going along, okay? So I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna start and then I'll kind of give you a little bit more background on it, okay? So, let's move things here so that we're kind of in frame. So here they are. They are called Interference inks. They're from Lisa Horton Crafts, which I don't think I actually have anything in the store from Lisa Horton Crafts yet. There's been a whole bunch of great reviews about this ink, and I just happened to come across it on one of my orders, and I thought, hey, let's just order a couple colors to see. So, first thing to note, you can see the 2 different colors on the top of the ink pad. When you open the ink pad, it's only the one main color, so they'll call this one on the left-hand side the main color or the white color. And then what happens is when you go from a white cardstock to a black cardstock, you get the shift. Okay, this one's called Fruit Salad, so I'm going to actually demo this and show you how that works. And then this is the other color that I have, which is called Royal Truffle. And they all say shimmer because they do give you a shimmer look to them once they dry. They're hugely shimmery. They're really, really pretty. So I hope to show you that. So they are a dye pigment hybrid mix. This one's the same. I'll show you. This one actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, if I tip it, you can kind of see the 2, like the brown and the teal on there. Can you guys kind of see that a little bit as I tip it? The red one that I just showed you don't really notice, but this one I thought you could kind of really notice the 2 colors on there. So, watching a video this morning, the lady said not to use these regular new fancy blending brushes that we all love. She actually recommended the old-time foam blending brushes. So I'm going to try those. I'm going to try finger daubers because, you know, who doesn't have 100 of these around, right? I'm going to try these little, what would you call these? Like paintbrush style blenders from Altenew. I have this one, and then I also have these little these little ones like this. I'm going to try those. These, I think, were the ones that she actually showed on her video when she was demoing. So I'm going to try a few, but I want to you know what, I want to do this one first because I'm pretty sure this was the one she was demoing with, and I want to show you guys how it works. So let's start with this one. All right, so what she said on the video was that the mica in here, the pigment, dries quite quickly. So if you start to blend and your ink, so say you're blending something here like on a stencil, okay? And then you go to, say you have your brush down for a minute and it kind of gets a bit more solid, or it kind of dries. See if I waited long enough. Yeah, so see how it gets a bit dry like that? All you have to do, she said, is re-ink and it will reactivate your ink. Now these are a foam pad just like the Catherine Pooler inks I demoed a couple lives ago. Very nice, they blend very smoothly. For the, oh, I got it already on my finger. For the white, I am using this Distress Specialty stamping paper. This is the same stuff I used for the Catherine Pooler demo. I do really like it. I really wish it would come in a larger size because so far this is the only size it comes in. But hopefully through trial and error, I'll find paper that's similar to it and in larger sizes because I do really like it. It's very smooth. Okay, so shall we transfer to the black and see what's gonna happen? Is everybody excited to do that? Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go right over. Right over. Now, can everybody see that? See what happens when we go to the black paper? I'll lift this up in just a minute so I can show you. So now if we put our ink pad back, you can see the colors. The pink on the white and this yellowy gold color on the black. So you will always know what your transference or your interference color will be by what it shows on your ink pad. All right, so I'll lift this up so that you can get a little bit closer look. And you see how shimmery that is? It'll dry more and more and you will get more shimmer to come out of it. But even this one's a bit shimmery. Do you see that? So these are regular inks. You can do everything with them you could do with a regular ink. They are water reactive. You can spritz them. You can, do your splotching technique where you put them down on the mat, and then put water and pick them up. You can do all the same techniques because they are still water reactive, okay? So that was that brush. Let's try, because I have a whole nother sheet, so I just want to try some other blending tools on here just to kind of see. Okay, so I'm not, as you can see, not getting a ton on there, right? All right, so now let's see how these are. To me, these are pretty much exactly the same. Okay, so that one and this one are pretty much the same. Let's use our good old foam blending tool. Again, I'm not loading a whole lot. Oh yeah, it blends really nice. Of course, it probably depends on, maybe it depends on the paper. I'm not sure. So I would also say exactly the same. Now I'm going on to these brushes that she said not to, I don't know, to me it seems exactly the same. So I'm not sure what the issue would be with that. But there you go. Okay, so you can see that. You can emboss with these, you can do all of that because of the pigment. Of course, it takes a bit of time to dry, right? So that's number one. That's this one called Fruit Salad. All right. Now, one thing she did specify is to not mix your blending brushes, and if you have ink on your surface, to make sure that you clean your ink before going ahead with it. Okay, so now another set of black and white. Now the black paper, I am using black heavy stock from Distress. This comes in the 8.5 by 11 size. It might come smaller, but I only have this in stock, and I have never really used it, so I thought, well, this might be the perfect opportunity to try it out with this. So, pull up my sleeves here. Okay, so now this one's called Royal Truffle. Oh, I'm gonna have to maybe move it down a little bit. I didn't really want to get into this. Now, everybody see I'm using my media mat because it holds my papers nice and solidly. So when I'm doing my blending, they're not gonna move around. All right, so let's go with this one, okay? I'm gonna use these little round ones because I quite like these little round ones from Altenew. Okay, so this one's gonna give us a brown, right? Nice chocolatey brown. Reminds me kind of like walnut stain or gathered twigs. Maybe the two of them kind of mixed. Nice brown. Okay, ready for the magic? It's supposed to be like a teal color, right? Once we transfer over to the black. So let's give that a whirl. I will do another demo with these another time. I just was seeing these and I'm like, okay, let's find out about these. And so I did, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to show everybody the basics right now, and we'll go from there. So here is this one, Royal Truffle. Brown on the white, right side of the ink pad, shows you the regular color. This would be the color if you stamped on the white. This is what it would give you, white. This, on that side, the black paper. Okay. So I'm going to do one more little bit, but before I kind of continue on. So there is 12 inks in the series. That's it, just 12 so far. These are all of them. Don't mind my printer, it didn't print out really great, so it's not really the best interpretation, but I figure it's good enough for you to see. So 12 inks altogether in the set. I'm going to do a pre-order, which is already online. So if you are liking these inks, you can do a pre-order. So they're a little bit more expensive. A normal ink pad like this is $16.95 regular price. So to get all 12 of these would be $203.40. That would give you the whole set. If you pre-order today, if you go online right now, you can search Lisa Horton Inks, and the promo for today is $152.55. So basically that is like buying 9 of the ink pads and getting 3 for free. That's basically what it works out to. So if you're liking these and you want to give it a whirl, they are on special today. I might leave it on for tomorrow, but for today for sure. And you'll get all 12 of these inks. Galaxy Dream, which is like a blue and a mauve or a, yeah. And then Cherry Bomb, which is like an orange and a deeper pink, like a magenta. Crushed Velvet, of course, is your purple with a bit of a gold color. Magic Garden, so your green to your purple. Pink Champagne, like a light pink to almost a white pink, plain shimmery color. Pumpkin Spice, more of a marmalade or a persimmon color to a purple. Sapphire Gold, which is like a really beautiful sea blue with a yellow. And then Sweet Treat, which actually starts out yellow and then goes to this nice light pink color. Teal Twist, so now you've got your starting out your teal and it goes to the pink color. Warm Chestnut, so that's a bit of a lighter brown. It's not as dark as the one we're using today, right? It's a little bit of a lighter brown and it goes to a bluish purple color. And then Fruit Salad, which is the other one we're using today, which goes from this kind of a coral color to the goldy yellow color. So all of these on the website right now, the pre-order bundle is on there, so check it out. Basically, you're getting 9 inks and 3 for free, so that's a pretty, I think, a pretty good deal. I try to give you guys as good a deal as possible. So a couple, what time am I at? Okay, so the last one I want to do is I want to show you if you have black and white on the same paper and you stamp with the ink, what will happen. Now I just need to decide which one I want to use. I feel like I want to use this one because I like teal. So do you guys want this one, the Royal Truffle, for me to stamp over top, or the Fruit Salad? Let me know which one you want. And so basically what I want to do is I'm just going to put a background stamp. I just picked this one out. It's a cover card one that we had with just like lines that make it look like you've just brushed kind of ink over top or paint over top. And I wanted to pick this one so that we could really see the changes. So what I have on here is I have Archival Black, Jet Black. I have Black Soot Distress Ink, and I have Black Soot Acrylic Paint. The teal one, okay. Since you were the first one on here, then let's go with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ink it like you would a normal ink pad, right? Or a normal stamp. I'm just gonna ink it. This one, of course, takes a little bit more ink because it's such a big stamp. And I probably don't need the whole entire thing, but I just want to do it enough so that when I stamp on here, you guys are going to see. And in saying that, I probably should, if you just give me 1 second, get, I don't want to stamp on that sheet. I want to have a white background to stamp on, just so that I don't go onto my sheet here. So I'm just going to pick this up, pick this up. Sorry, making a mess here. Okay, so I've inked the stamp. I'm going to roll this across all these different black inks, and then we're going to see what's going to happen with it, okay? And I'm going to stand up just so that I can get as much pressure as possible. Now, granted, I may not have inked the stamp fully, but I did it just so that you could get a bit of the thought. Let it dry just a tiny bit. It does stay wet for a while. So, and because it's water reactive, of course, just rinse it with water. So out of all the different inks, I mean, the Archival, you can see that it kind of has a bit of a purple tinge to it. So maybe the teal bit doesn't show up as good in it. I mean, you can definitely see the shimmer. The Distress Ink is better for sure. And then the black paint, because I think it's so deep and dark, you basically just get that amazing shimmer through there. I want to see if I can lift it up a little bit more so you can really see that teal bit in there. This would be so cool for mixed media stuff, hey? Because anywhere where you'd have your black, because I mean you use a lot of black ink in mixed media, right? And so anywhere you'd have your mixed media stuff and then you put this over top, like that would be very, very cool. Oops. I think as it dries it gets more shimmery, because look, from when I inked it before and then now you see it's not quite as shimmery. So I think the more that it dries, the more shimmery it gets. And then even though this one shows up brown, straight down looking on it, when you tip it, you still get that bit of teal shimmer in it, right? You guys see that? So yeah, I'm gonna do another demo on this maybe in a couple weeks. I'd like to research it a bit more and just see what else is kind of what's been done so that I can show you some other techniques. The one video I was watching, she did do the where you put your ink down on your mat and you spritz it and then you dip your paper in it. And so she did that, so sort of be something similar to this, and she's dipping it down in her mat. And she had put on there this fruit salad one and then the sweet treat one, which starts out the yellow. And of course, when you pull it up, wherever they crossed paths, there was orange on the sheet. So they also blend that way to where they will mix the colors themselves as well as doing these two different colors on the black and white paper. Very cool. So inks, you like these inks? Really, really great deal right now. Pre-order. So you go online, pay for them, and then I will put in the order, and then that way I know how many to order. And yeah, so some really, really cool things coming out in the crafting world, and I'm excited to do have some new product to do some demos with, because I seemed like it was sort of stagnant for a bit with the new fancy product. So I'm excited to, you know, try these interference inks out more. I'm excited to try the Dinkles next week. We'll see how that goes and the different things that allows us to do. Maybe I'll even try combining the two and see what that does. So yeah, that is very fast as per usual. Very fast demo. I'll show you this so that you can kind of see how it turned out. So I feel like it works best on the dark black surfaces, not so much on the archival ink where it's not that true black. Any questions from anybody? Message me, comment here. I usually always check the comments after the live. So any questions, let me know. Thank you again for joining me today. I so appreciate having you all here watching. And I hope you enjoyed the demo. I hope you are looking forward to the new products as much as I am. And I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. Fabulous week coming up. And I will see you again.